Sound test. 1, 2, sound test. Okay, and so we're live, I think. Yes, we're live. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to BWTM Sports. It's good to be back. It's been a busy Monday. It was the first day back on the road, quite literally, for a while, 3 years to be precise, almost. It was good to be out. Got out, left 4. Got a coach at 4:20 in the morning. Got into London, and then our first stop was at boxing or IQ Boxing Academy in Neasden, London, and I think they call it it's near Wembley or Brent, Borough of Brent. We're there from like 9 o'clock. We were meant to be there from 9 till about 1-ish. Well, I didn't get out of there until about 2:30, and I got to meet head trainer Xavier Miller. Got to meet some of the fighters. Well, in fact, I met all the fighters and interviewed all the fighters, and all gave them, as much time as I could. Gave them a chance to. Some of them haven't had made their pro debuts. Others have had a few fights, and others have been quite experienced. So it was a good mix. A great gym with a fantastic coach, and you'll get to know more about Xavier Miller because we've done a 2-part special on him, the head coach of IQ Boxing Academy, and that's coming up. I hope you've liked the interviews we've done with the fighters. After that, during that time, both batteries ran out because they were quite long interviews. The batteries ran out, so we had to use the mobile phone. And then both batteries ran out. The mobile phone we just had, and then I got a call from Parker's people, said that they were in town. So I had to rush across the Parker's people. And of course, when I got there, both batteries were dead. Well, one battery I had a little bit of juice on. I thought, well, better not chance that. And then we used the camera. Lo and behold, find out the sound's not that great. So we've got to do better. Of course we do. But first day out, you learn from these situations, and you get better from it. So no excuses on our part there. You just need to have more batteries. But otherwise, it was a really good day. And then in the evening, after that was around 9:30. I hooked up with Mahib Fazaldin, the Flashy Faz, and we had a long chat over we went out for a coffee or a hot chocolate, and we had a long chat, which is again something that will be uploaded, and you can listen to that as well. So in the last couple of days, it's just been uploading and editing videos. So much has been going on. I've seen what's been going on in the world. Dillian White and what's the gentleman's name? Lucas Brown. We spoke to Lucas Brown last night. I'm doing the best that I can at the moment with it in terms of the sound. I'm working with things at the moment. Eventually, we'll get everything to the way we want it to be. Things will probably be a lot easier now being back in the UK. So we'll eventually get there, and we'll get all the sound right. We'll get all the sound right. So there are sound issues at the moment, but we are working on it. So we'll get the best possible sound, and probably best to get a microphone and stick these microphones up in people's faces rather than just relying on the camera or the sound, which collects the sound. I think we've got to do that as well. But we'll all get sorted. But it was great. It was great to meet Team Parker again. Kevin Barry is probably the most, in all the people I've met in boxing, he's probably the most intimidating individual to talk to. He just is very, very makes you feel very uneasy. No, he's not. He's a really great guy, really nice guy, very uneasy. He'll look at you and smile at you. You don't know whether he actually wants to kill you or he wants to be your friend. I don't know. He's kind of keeps you kind of, one of those guys who'd be great at playing poker with. But he's a real cool dude, and Had a real good talk with him, obviously on the camera and then off the camera as well. Real good team. Got to get to know a little bit more about Dave Higgins, and it's quite clear that he didn't care, regardless of what the public thought of him, that he was going to get the deal to get his guy to fight Joshua, and he did it. So regardless of what other people may think and believe, he did what he could do with his personality and with his mindset to get Josie Parker the deal. So fair play to him. It might not have been what people wanted to hear. Some people would not want a bad word spoken. He explained to me the reason why he said what he said. Basically, was just, and if you listen to the interview, he said basically it was just to balance things up. If he didn't highlight the weaknesses of Joshua, and they felt they were behind the ball after the Huey Fury fight, because that, as far as they're concerned, pretty badly promoted in their opinion, and I think a lot of people would agree with that. And then the performance of Parker didn't help. So they had to really capitalize on making everything so work in their favor. So what they did was just highlight Joshua's weaknesses. So people make it think it's more of an even fight. People probably still don't think it's an even fight, but it kind of levels it up a bit more. That's David Higgins' feeling by just highlighting Joshua's weaknesses, that he's been dropped, he's been hit, he's been hurt. So these are some of the reasons why I think Dave Higgins did what he did. Again, a lot of people don't understand it, but a lot of people probably don't care if they want to understand it. But had they been in such a Dave Higgins, it'd be interesting to see how they promote the situation. So fair play to Dave Higgins. He's done what he's done, got it over the edge, and got it over the line, in fact. And the two guys are going to be fighting. Dillian Whyte and Lucas Brown. It's going to be a great fight. It's either going to be a fantastic performance from Dillian Whyte, and he's done better than he's ever done his career so far, and he's defensively more sound than he's been in the past, and he's able to box the life out of Lucas Brown, or they've made a horrible miscalculation in bringing Lucas Brown over and basically given them the WBC #1 contender spot. Great. I wouldn't have been fighting Lucas Brown, to be honest. Just kind of hang on, hold around, and see if after Deontay Wilder and Ortiz kind of sort themselves out, maybe the winner of that, maybe White can get himself into a mandatory position. I don't know, but I think it's a very dangerous move. But you've got to applaud Dillian Whyte for doing that. I'm not voicing the matter. He had to take a big fight somehow. Nobody else supposedly wanted to fight him. So, I don't know. Anyway, there's lots of people in the room I can see, so I'll just respond to people who are saying the things that they're saying. Give me a second. Let me get and see what people are saying. Okay. Great work, mate. Loud and clear. Thank you so much, Adam Barker. Myself and Billy Nelson had a major disagreement on this. Told him I have nothing against Derry, but it's an awful move for Price, and he'll danger to get sparked cold. I love Billy, but he's talking rubbish if he thinks Price has a chance. Mikey says, yeah, I told him what I thought. I don't bullshit or sweet talk anyone. Interesting. Even if he wins, he could be matched against Joshua after. Can't see a happy ending anyway. Appreciate you, English, says Mikey. Yo, Povetkin will annihilate Price. Have you left Ireland? Yes, I have happily left Ireland. Glad to see the back of Ireland, to be honest, and glad to be back in the UK. Although Price is a punch away from AJ Mandrew's title fight, anyone who gives Price a chance here or agrees to the fight being made, you need to have a word with yourself. Extremely dangerous mismatch. I'm just reading the comments, by the way. Zar says, big up Ingram. Thank you. All the best with the new setup. Ingram can only learn from mistakes. Looking forward to even more content. Imagine when Price defeats Povetkin, then AJ, then Wilder. Greatest of all time. I think Povetkin's too experienced to get caught by Price. For F's sake, Price and throw right hands anymore. When life and death for Sokolovsky, the levels are here. Povetkin has slowed down since he came off roids, but he's still Olympic gold medalist and elite heavyweight. Astronomical. Price cruel to a win in his last fight. The legends are not good. Hearn has mentioned Povetkin, Price, Brown, White as Joshua's next after Parker fight. All he wants to do is set up Joshua fights. Price is going to get absolutely massacred. Povetkin will lie him out in a round. Mark my words. Derry is leading into corner 2, which is suicide. As I said on Twitter, such a joke. Alan Ortiz wasn't a massacre. What's your prediction for Price versus Povetkin? We'll get into that in a minute. Hearn trying to make Povetkin look like a monster when he has to sell the pay-per-view because Allen has a great chin. Price has no chin, stamina or self-belief. Kelly Salen, guy's a foot taller than dude. It's interesting. Povetkin Joshua ain't happening in the UK. All right, thanks for putting this on bedtime listening. Well, I think glad to hear that I'm your bedtime listening. Eddie can't win a purse bid to save his life. Do you think Hugh Free could beat White? This is Price's 17.0 immense self-belief. Right. Well, there's two trains of thought with this fight, in my humble opinion. There is red alert, suicide watch for Price. The trainer is an unknown quantity. His last performance against Sokolowski wasn't impressive. And the knockout defeats he suffered, and at the way he's been knocked out. All those things are cause of concern. And is Price technically even good enough? Then there's the flip side. I know you don't want to hear it, but I've got to give a flip side. Povetkin hasn't looked as good when he's not been on any sort of enhancements. He is getting older, Povetkin, so he's no spring chicken. And he did struggle when he fought Vlad, was dropped numerous occasions by Vlad, and was hurt by Marco Huck, who, in my mind, is nowhere as big a puncher as David Price. See, first, Povetkin has to get on the inside. For that to happen, he's going to have to get past Price's jab. Now, I would like to start by saying, if Price can keep him at the end of a jab, but I can't say that with any sort of confidence because Price still hasn't learned how to throw a jab, a commanding left jab, which is part of his problem. By pouring a jab, not ramming a jab home, is the difference between a jab knocking Povetkin's head back and Povetkin slipping and getting on this inside. So Price has got a lot of technical problems to deal with. Plus, he has an unproven trainer. James Ellerby said something to me very interesting. He said, training fighters is one thing, but when you train the heavyweights, it's a different matter altogether. Now, I haven't quite got into the science of all that, but which I'm going to try and get into a bit more about it. But yeah, it's Derry Matthews has got something in his hands there. For me, my instructions to David Price, and you're thinking I'm crazy here, go look at when Hearns fought Hagler. You say, what do you mean? I'm saying the Thomas Hearns side of things. What I basically mean, a fast start, first round, come out the first round and bomb with that right hand as much as you can. Just bomb with it, and I hope you can hurt Povetkin and get him out of there. Price has got to fight Povetkin like he's fighting one of these guys that, you know, he would have knocked out in his first 10, 15 fights. That's how he's got to approach Povetkin. He's got to forget it's Alexander Povetkin in the corner. He's got to think it's just some guy, some Eastern European that's been flown over. And he's going to forget the name. He's the bigger man. He is supposedly the bigger puncher. And he's just got to go out there and throw hell for leather and really go for it. None of this standing back, trying to pour the jab and trying to forget that. get her down, slam the first 30 seconds, let Povetkin know he's not knocking you out. You've got to hit him with that right hand and hit him with everything. I mean, just rush, literally bum rush Povetkin. That's your only hope. Because you stand up and trying to jab Povetkin like Klitschko did, forget it. It's not happening. Because first of all, when your back hits the ropes, you don't have to protect yourself. When you're in the center of the ring, you can't control the center ring because your jab is pouring. So people just push the jab away and move inside. So you just got to come out first round, hold the center ring, and just let that right hand go. Really let it go. That's the only way I see Price winning the fight against Povetkin. Otherwise, what I do see happening is that pouring jab, Povetkin slipping, get inside, and then it's Christmas for Povetkin. And a guy like Povetkin, who's got the Olympic experience and the amateur experience and experienced pro, this is not fighting Klitschko. He'll just step inside and crack, and we all know what happens after that. So, to me, it's only suicide watch if David Price does all the things he's done in his career so far and hasn't addressed the issues. If he comes out with a snappy jab, if he puts Povetkin onto the back foot and he slams the right hand home and he can hurt Povetkin, then we could be in for a really great fight and a career-defining fight for David Price. That doesn't happen. And you've got to be able to tie Povetkin up on the inside as well. Oh my God, that's another thing. When Povetkin gets close, tie him up. But is that going to happen? I really hope it does happen. I really do hope it happens because I've always been saying Price has got a right hand that can knock any heavyweight out. But then Sokolovsky went the distance with him. So that kind of basically put that out the window. So is Price really going to, can he turn back the clock? Can he do what he was meant to do against Tony Thompson, what he was meant to do against some of the other guys? Can he do it? Can he get a real big world-class win against Povetkin? If he does, then, you know, the other thing is Povetkin's coming away from home. You know, will he, when he gets to the UK, will he be clean? That's another thing we've got to ask. Will there be any shenanigans leading up to the fight? I mean, you never know with Povetkin. He's not fighting in Russia. So is there going to be a temptation to try and slip something? I don't know. I'm not suggesting, but these things you still have to take into consideration. We had a fight with Povetkin and Stavern up to the weigh-in, after the weigh-in. Then we had no fight. So we'll have to wait and see. Let's see what people are saying. But see, there are other things. We talk about the physical makeup of David Price. Now we've got to think about the traumatized mind of David Price, who's been knocked out numerous occasions. And could it be at this point of Price's career that he could also be gun shy? That's another thing that I'm concerned about. So now the other thing is, here's this. Price is a great sacrificial lamb because look at this. Price is in the UK. Price is tall. He's big. He's 6'7". He's similar stature to Joshua. Price has already come out saying how he knocked Joshua out. The similar punch that how Klitschko landed. But Joshua needed help getting out of the ring. Sounds to me, in my personal opinion, that you're just preparing for a Povetkin fight. So if Joshua gets past Joseph Parker, which is not a certainty, yeah, because the fight still has to happen and they still have to fight and he still has to get his arms raised. But if that happens and he does win the fight, then it looks to me that Povetkin is next on the list. Why else would Povetkin be coming to the UK to fight David Price? So he comes in, looks good against Price. The UK market see it, and they say, wow, Joshua just beat Parker. Povetkin just destroyed Price. Let's make that fight happen. Sky pay-per-view. So, you know what I mean? You can see it happening. You can see Earn with Hearn working right there. We've seen it so many times with Sky now and Hearn, you know, but There's a lot of people talking. Let's try and get this. There's a lot of people in the room. Let me just go back up the room, make sure I don't miss anybody out. Oh, what's going on here? There we go. Look, there's loads of your room. Wow. Okay. Okay. Price is going to be snowing. No one can seriously condone the fight. No, they can't. I'm not talking about Tyson Fury. Forget the right hand. There's no flip side, I'm afraid. Povetkin has a chance versus Joshua. Attack him, causing problems. Price has absolutely no jab either. Just a wailing jab. It's nothing. It will just get run back and taken out straight away. Says Mikey. Cali Salen says this ain't going the distance. LOL. Adam Barker says all Price ever had was power. It's questionable whether he still has the power, and Price doesn't have the boxing ability to set up those shots with somebody of Povetkin's level of experience. A 6'8" guy without a jab is totally insane. I agree. Will there be a test? Will they be testing for the fight? I won. This is Damien. If you can't catch him coming in, he's screwed. Darren Mashfield will make David Price great, says Roberto Duran. Price may as well face Povetkin. He would have faced him later down the line after 5 journeyman fights. He's facing the inevitable now rather than next year. Price does not have the arse off for a scrap. He shits himself. He jabs like a cat, says Cali Salen. The thought of Price coming forward and throwing the right hand gives me fits. He's too timid. Shogun Boxing says, I don't think Price punches that hard anymore. And Mike says, no evidence Price is a bigger punching because he beat all he has. And Povetkin has started top 10 guys. Povetkin on PDs or Povetkin off PDs? Price is daring to be great. How much does Price get for this? I have no idea, Kelly. I thought you'd know that. Price is biggest puncher in sport. That's universally acknowledged, says Tubes. His punches had nothing for Hamer and Sokolovsky or whatever his name is. It's one thing being a bigger man, and it's another thing just using it to your advantage. Price is frightened. Mikey continues. You really think Price, after all these years, will finally do his technically prowess stuff when he's got Derry Matthews in his corner? No chance. Can't teach a dog all new tricks. Povetkin wins 180, 110 points. Interesting. Tubes, the bit is getting old, mate. We get it. He's done. If Price gets knocked out by Povetkin, then do you feel Price should give it a day, Ingram? Call it a day. Getting knocked out by Povetkin is no shame. But it's how you get knocked out by Povetkin. Can Povetkin duck under them lanky arms and uppercut in Price and KO? Watch out for the MTK scorecards. Sasha steamrolls Pricey, says Vishu Patel. I think there's a deal between Price and Povetkin's promoter. Hearn is allowed to showcase Povetkin with a big KO. In return, AJ travels to Russia. Hearn has mentioned they will travel. Okay. And Povetkin's backers are insanely rich. William Bryan, let's not talk with a heart here. Price is crap and get sparked at 8 or 9 rounds. They've brought Vlad over and we're going to bring Wilder over. Please do more digging on why Tyson left Peter Fury. Those two were perfect. This new guy hasn't even got a British champ to his name. Well, what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to Camp Fury now that I'm back in the UK. That is one of my missions. So sooner rather than later. Price has been knocked out, taking a few beatings physically and mentally. Kalisan says might give him more confidence because Povetkin's so small. That's one thing I was thinking. Povetkin's Russian backers have serious bidding power. Adam Barker says, I was hoping they were going to throw Price to Fury as a warm-up fight. No. They bid insane amounts for purse bids. Povetkin is dangerous. Why don't Price wait for Fury? More money in that fight. I agree with you there. Povetkin AJ on pay-per-view for Russia. Yep. How clean is a 38-year-old Povetkin? We'll know when he gets tested when he comes to the UK. I hope he's tested correctly. Yeah, that's definitely the angle talking about pay-per-view, Povetkin, Joshua. Fury could have taken Price as a second fight. It's hysterical. Hearn says he has so much respect for the city of Liverpool and then puts Price in with Povetkin. LOL, is this happening? I've been away from the box scene for a minute. I understand, Captain BS. Price knows he will lose this. He's just cashing out now. Price will get chaos as Captain BS. Povetkin team not responding to Hearn's calls. Povetkin officially ducking Pricey. Okay. The Sun headline was funny. David Price agrees fight with cheap Povetkin despite career wrecked by dopers. Shocking fight. LOL. I can't understand how Price takes this, mate. No, I don't understand either. I don't understand it either. But it's a sort of crap that also makes me believe that don't be surprised if Fury were to fight Joshua in the summer. It's like that, you know. I did say to you that don't be surprised in the Fury comeback that you will hear early on Tyson say along the lines of, I don't need no warm-up fight, I'll fight you in the summer. Did I not say that? Yes, said that. So, and wait for the next move. I expect to see Tyson Fury join up with Dominic Ingle. That's the next thing I expect to see happen as his long-term trainer now, Dominic Ingle. So yeah, those are things I expect to see. Price's team should be ashamed of themselves. Well, you know, money's money. It's business, isn't it? That's what I'll say. So I don't want to be too long on this tonight because I'm absolutely shattered. But I just hope that you've enjoyed the videos that we've had. Check out the stuff from IQ Boxing Academy, Tech Thomas, Jerome Campbell, and who else we do? Adrian, the Ruler, Redmond. Check those interviews out. Those are guys, up and coming fighters. Some of them they're all fighting at the York Hall, Bethnal Green, all promoted by Steve Goodwin. So it's good to see those guys do their thing. And the other thing I want to give a shout out to, which I don't give much shout out to, which I need to give a shout out to, is our page, because I don't really talk about our page. And I really would like you guys and girls to jump in to our page and make yourselves a part of it. Okay. So I'm always telling people to rate and subscribe. Let me just get my page up for you here. My page, but the page. Okay, let me just quickly get this for you guys. Right. Hold on a second. Right. This is our Facebook page. Check that out. Yeah. Oh, well, it's not gonna let us do that. Oh, well, that's our Facebook page. Is it nice? No. Okay. Check out our Facebook page, please. It's BWTM Sports channel on Facebook. So you can just Google it, actually. Yeah, I'm hoping to catch up with Chris at some point. And get us do some video work with him. So I haven't heard from Chris yet. Imagine if Price does KO Povetkin. What will you all be saying then? It would be a masterstroke. So it could be this is an opportunity for it to be a career-defining fight for David Price. Absolutely love your interviews, mate. It's very personal, heartfelt. I'm following on Twitter too. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. Organic Fitness. Really like Pricey. A win may give him a shot at AJ this year. Well, that would be something, wouldn't it? There's no chance of Price to KO Povetkin. Stop this nonsense, please. Well, it would be a freak result. Price is a nice fellow, but he must love rebuilding. God. Got a gas after a few jabs. Oh dear. Well, not a lot of people hold out any hope for David Price. People have as much hope in David Price as they do in Santa Claus being real. Yeah, so check out that, and also check out this page. you Google those two pages, BWTM Sports Channel Group and BWTM Sports Channel, we've got a nice little group of fighters in there now, and people that comment. So get on there. I post the videos there first. So, and the other thing I want to mention, I do want to talk about, is Twitter. I'm not sure if you're aware of this, but a lot of my videos, well, none of my videos get, unless I hashtag people in the videos are not getting posted on Twitter. What's basically happening is I post a video on Twitter and it gets deleted. As soon as I post a tweet, it gets deleted. So that's the situation it is on that BWTM Sports channel. So I post videos out and they get deleted automatically. Yeah, that's what it's like. So slightly frustrating. So I have to post it on our main channel page and post it on that. So is what it is with that. So why they're getting deleted, I don't know. I've got no idea. I post it, and then I've asked to look into it, and they've ignored me. So that's what's going on with that as well. I should have spoken to Derek James. I haven't. We have something special coming up as well with Carson Jones. Something very special, Carson Jones. I just feel that usually the away fighter that comes to UK, we never get to see what they're up to. We just see them. We hear they're in the country. We see them at the weigh-in, and then we see them at the fight, and then they go away. So hopefully we're going to try and bring you something a little special on BWTM Sports, and this time we'll have all our batteries. We're going to order a couple more batteries in, so that doesn't happen again. I think we'll get a microphone as well. I think we need to get a microphone. Although I think it's kind of annoying sometimes having the microphone sticking in people's faces. Sometimes can be a bit annoying, but for the purposes of people and their sound, which I appreciate, you need to hear what somebody's saying. There's no point in the interview. Then we need to get that sorted, so we'll work on that as well. I love what Ingram's doing right now. Amazing stuff. Glad she's back in the UK too. Yeah. Yeah, it's nice to be back in the UK. Finally, you know, it's 3 years, 5 years, almost 7 years. Been on the road, whether I've been in Australia, the Caribbean, in Ireland. So it's just nice to be back in the UK. And I've got some great neighbours, as boxing neighbours as well. Actually, the same neighbours I had before, the same neighbours I've got again. Can you believe that? They're just older and more miserable. Yeah. Why did you leave Ireland? I stay in Ireland. I mean, UK is where it is for sport, let's be honest. Accessibility, and just everything's a lot easier to do over here. There's a lot of things Ireland have to learn. I don't have some of the things that we have in the UK, laws and policies, and accountability. And one day I'm going to talk about it in quite extensively. Ingram throw a BWTM party. Well, what you say is that we're going to do something. We will do a BWTM press conference. We're going to do it later on in the year. That's after we've got some other things in place. We're definitely going to do a BWTM press conference. It's going to be fun, mate. When you get Uncle Bashir, Ali, and Sanchez. Well, Sanchez was on last week, and Ali Bashir was on the same last week. So you're not checking your videos out, mate. Yes, Ingram, have a massive party. Sanchez, tubes. Get Kevin Barry and Kelly Sowland over. Actually, I believe Sanchez is going to be, he's got a fight coming up in the fighters fighting in France. And I would like to get over to France and cover some boxing over there. It'd be nice to cover some boxing somewhere else apart from the UK. I know it's popping in the UK, but it'd just be nice to cover some other fighters elsewhere. Hay should be renting a yacht to celebrate England's return to the UK. There's two Ingrams, Ingram in a suit and Ingram Fred Perry. And hopefully we'll get that foot manager sorted out again as well. So there's lots to be done, lots of stuff to do. But what I want to hear from you guys as well, why you're here, is I know that there are some people who anything to have a moan about, they'll have a moan about. I'm not interested in hearing what they've got to say. But you guys are regulars. Let me know what you think about, not just about the interviews, but the style of the interviews and what we're trying to do at BWTM with the sort of interviews we're doing. Trainer Ingram, I hope Abel will be in Carson Jonah, but he won't be in Carson Jonah he won't be in Carson Jones's corner. Oh, by the way, I believe, from what I understand and what I've been informed, that James DeGale versus Caleb Truex is going to happen in March. I think March or April. So the rematch is next for Cable Truex. Cable for Truex. Yeah. Yes, I've been invited to 3 gyms now. Well, 2 gyms and 1 to start a gym. I don't know. It's a lot to do. I need to get things in place here with BWTM Sports first. I need to make sure this is rocking, and it's not rocking at the moment. It's okay, but it's not rocking. Will you be filming the famous champs gymming Joe Gallagher? That'd be something, wouldn't it? No point in inviting Sauerland and Barry to the party. They'd just be either shit or all night. Wife cleaning up. Khan's gym, you mean? Boxing accessible as ever. Got Box Nation and Sky. It's only get bigger next year, I reckon. I like the Park interview, not just generic. Made Parker feel at home, and the style is more a chat more than a boring microphone job. Thank you very much. And don't forget Hayes' amazing events with Dave. Oh yes, I need to get in touch with Hayes people. Or the Eubanks IT. Start a gym and turn it pro under Ingram. Get up to Steffi Ball's gym. It's very modern, great boxing people. Are you going to visit Asgar and Derby and do something with him? Yes, we're going to definitely do that. Mate, you get people to go deeper, to get deeper within themselves. People are comfortable around you. Thank you very much. Are you gonna, yes, so Asgar's gym, yes, we will visit Asgar's gym. We'll do that. If Steffi Ball's interested, we'll visit Steffi Ball's gym. We already did Sheffield's boxing gym. If you haven't seen that show where we did it live from Sheffield's boxing unit, check it out. Sam Sheedy and Tommy Frank and Glyn Rhodes gave us a tour of the gym. Lots of, if you're a boxing fan, I mean, historian, great tour around the gym. When he met Roberto Duran, I think Roberto Duran came to Sheffield. Some great stories in that feature we did. So yeah, check that out. Get some training footage while I can treat his cap. Yeah, definitely. Why not? Let's do that. We can do that, mate. What else? So Asgard gym we're going to go to. Steffi Balls possibly. The Eubanks. Well, they're not far from me. So as I said, I want to go and see Ronnie Davis. I really want to get an interview with Ronnie Davis. For me, Ronnie Davis is pretty close to me in the sense that he knew me when I was boxing. He knew my trainer very well. So I want to go and meet Ronnie Davis. I want to go to Cardiff. I definitely want to go to Cardiff and see my old professional trainer, Ronnie Rush, who also trained Barry Jones as well. I'd love to go and see him. I want to catch up with Barry Jones because I ain't seen Barry for a while. I want to catch up and speak with him. There's so many people I want to talk to. And I want to be able to give you the opportunity to meet people on another level and get to meet them and get to know a little bit more about their personality rather than what we just see them as day to day. And that's probably what we're trying to do. Don Charles, Jim, be nice. Do you listen to the Boxing Asylum? Unfortunately, I don't. Dubois and Yard down the Peacock. Well, Yard Day, yes, that's more or less a foregone conclusion that's going to happen. It's a shame how Ronnie Davis is pushed out of the shadows. He should be the head trainer of Eubanks, undoubtedly. Yeah, I'd like to really talk to Ronnie Davis. He's been in the for so many years, and he's probably got loads of stories to tell. And I bet you he's got some gems. I bet he'd be a gem to talk to. I've spoken to Ronnie before. Great guy. Really got a lot of respect for him. So that's something I want to do. always plenty of other people in there too. Yeah, I don't have listened to Boxing Style in a while. To be fair, when you think about you putting out footage, I mean, this is like I said, this first week back. Like I said, I started what to. I got back. I got back to the UK on Saturday. I wasn't going to do anything in boxing related for another 2 weeks. EJ Boxing Live contacted me and said, "Listen, I want you to come down and do something for me on Monday." And I came down on Monday. Parker's people contacted me, and the rest is history. That's why you're getting the content you got today. Ronnie seems to be someone you could sit down and talk with hours. Well, yeah, that's probably what we're going to do. I'm definitely going to do so. Ronnie Davis deserves that. So somebody I want to talk to as well. Ronnie must be like a second father to Chris. Yep. I remember when I used to go on my runs. I'd run past Chris going for my runs down the beach, and Chris would be signing autographs. You wonder why he can never do 3 minutes of every round, because he trained the way he fought, quite literally. Yeah, I think I'm waffling a bit now, but thank you so much to those people out there that are positive. Thank you so much. Again, we are going to get better. We're going to keep improving. We're going to keep getting better. That's what it's about. Improving, getting better. It's going to start by getting some batteries and maybe getting a microphone, but we'll see how that works out. The batteries we need to get for sure. I need to find out whether there's, because you need to find it in some way of maybe probably get 4 or 5 batteries, charge them all. We won't have the problem that we had. And probably get some fighters as well. No limits, says Mikey. Absolutely. So yeah, it's about getting that team together for 2018. Some new faces that can take the channel to the next level. Thanks, mate, to you. No worries, man. So I appreciate it. When I do these videos and we do the interviews, we think about you guys. We think about you guys. When I'm doing an interview, I think, oh, I wonder what this person will think. I wonder what that person will think. I wonder, whether they are getting to know that person. So we also have, by the way, still to come on BWTM, I've got some training footage of all those guys that you see, the guys from IQ Boxing Academy. You'll get that as well. I'm going to be putting that in as well. Poor Tom Little. Well, if he can pull off the win, it'll be something, but he's up against it all, Tom. Yeah, so we've got training footage of all the guys that we've interviewed in terms of the IQ Boxing Academy. So check that out. It's not just about the big guys, the star names, because these guys, you got to start somewhere. Ben Davison would be a good one. Get his view on Tyson split from Peter and how it's like training Tyson and Little. Right. Be interesting to do that. I think I'll go across and see Peter first, though. Do that. It'd be good to see Tyson again. Talk to him, see how he's looking, see what's going on with him. But yeah, I haven't even watched his interviews yet. I swear I haven't watched any interviews with Tyson, so I don't know if he's got a comeback date yet or who he's fighting against. I heard somebody say that Tyson's going to fight Shannon Briggs. I don't know how true that is. So I better not comment on that. I don't know. So, right. I love Peterson journey. He is indeed. I'm looking forward to talking to him. Right. Are there any requests before I go? Eubank would want to cut off Ronnie Davis. That's funny. What do I think of white brown presser? Funny, but is what it is, isn't it? Is what it is. The Warriors interview. Yeah, maybe get one with it'd be good to get one of Eubank, the Eubanks, whether they'd let me do one of them. If they don't, well, they don't. Would be shame to be right in their neck of the woods and not doing interviews. I mean, I see fighters down in Sussex, see what's going on. There's a couple of guys in Sussex I know that are doing some big things. So maybe catch some shows in Sussex and see what's going on in Sussex boxing. Visit some of the boxing gyms in Sussex. That'd be good as well. Right, I think I'm about to go. Ingram, I wonder if Hearn and Sly will let you do another presser. Wouldn't give them the time of day. There's Mikey. Well, before I finish, I will make it quite clear that I'm not a fan of press conferences. I never have been. I never will be. And it's quite simple. I think when you do press conferences, you want to talk to fighters, but everyone wants to talk to the fighters. So you're more likely to get generic answers. One, two. The other thing when you do press conferences, you've always got somebody over your shoulder telling you, oi, 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 oi. You've only got 5 minutes here. And I can't do that in real time. Get Frank Warren interview, please. Right. Okay. Frank Warren. Cool. We can get Frank. So that'll have to be a time when I'm in London and we'll do Frank. Okay. Anybody else? Like Chris Mason said, just full of spotty teenagers who like to ask the same question as well. You know, I need to get some respect in my name, as they say. Let me think. Frank Warren, yeah, that would be nice to get Frank. I haven't spoken to Frank in a while, so nice to talk to Frank. Anything else you'd like to see? Requests? So Warren, Mason, the various gyms, marching on together. Come together 2018. BWTM and Chris Aston. That Chris Aston interview more likely going to happen now because I just requested him on our Facebook page. Finally popped out of nowhere. So I've had him on Facebook. So we'll try and get a Chris Aston interview. These guys, look, these guys now, it'd be pointless me just doing these phone interviews when I could see them face to face. So Lennox, nah, not interested in Lennox, Lewis. Sorry. Nah. Dave Allen. If we see Dave, yeah. If we see Dave, why not? Do Dave interview, yeah. Nothing wrong with Dave. He's got a fight coming up against Leroy Thomas in rematch. Hope he does well with that, Dave. Yeah, Lennox. I've got Evander, so hey. I think some more legends would be nice. What's wrong with Lennox, mate? Why are you not like Lennox? I like Lennox as a fighter, but if I get Lennox, I get Lennox. To me, he seems a bit sour. Well, there's a long story about that, but to cut a very long story short, I think I mentioned it a few times already. But yeah, if we can get Lennox, we'll get Lennox. But it's not one that I'm hot on. I'll just be honest with you, because you know. But yeah, we can try and get Lennox. I love the Evander Holyfield interview. Yeah, I loved it too. We're going to try and talk more of Evander in 2018. Got a lot of work to do, man. Collab with Hatman. No, that's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. That's going to happen 3-4 years ago. Some people, you ask them, and they're dilly and dally, and maybe it'll happen. Maybe it'll happen. Who knows? But I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. AJ Carter, see if his chin's been resurrected. AJ Carter, yeah. Anybody else? Hatman doesn't want to be on camera anymore, I think. No, I don't think he does. So, fair play to Hatman. I love Hatman. Still love him. And Mike and Wingy does some good stuff as well. Boxing Gossip. Now, Boxing Gossip's a possibility. Boxing Gossip's a possibility because he's just down the road from me. Quite literally down. Oh, yeah, Boxing Gossip. Thoughts on HM Buddy? None, really. I just think that is what it is, isn't it? It's to be expected. It is what it is. Boxing Gossip. I'll have to hook up with my man Boxing Gossip. He's only down the road from me now, so I can go and see him. So that's an idea. Get him on. No, you get him on. We go and see him. Gossip getting a bit big for his boots, lol. No, Gossip's cool. We go and see him. He's doing well for himself. So shout out to him. So we're going to see Gossip. Right. Any more ideas, people? Anything else? Anything different you'd like to see? Um, any other things you'd like? Please be a hard Davis trainer. What is this thing with me and being a trainer? I can't. I got asked again. Another trainer said to me, "If I had my way, I'd have grabbed you and not let you go home." Well, you see, I think it's going to eventually happen. I think R. Davis would be a very interesting interview. Doorstep him. Oh, you guys are crazy. Yeah, the Hard Davis would be an interesting interview. Actually, I think it would be. It would be an interesting interview. I'd love to have that interview. Actually, it'd be interesting. Very interesting. Um, Show us you training, mate. Get Deontay Wilder. Yeah, Sims leaving Hard Davis is supposed to be a punishment. It's the best thing that happened to him. Suppose he said Hard Davis said nobody left him. Show us you training, mate. Me training. Yeah. On the subject of that, I think Mahib said he wanted me to come down to the gym and work out with him. I can't be doing that now, man. I can't be doing shit no more. Is Brown racist? No. No, I don't believe he is. I don't believe Brown is. I've known Lucas Brown for a few years now, and he's not racist. If he's racist, then he have a problem with his kids as well, isn't he? He's not racist. I don't believe so. I don't believe so. I think maybe Lucas did something. I think maybe Lucas did something that he said he admitted himself was a bit in bad taste. And he didn't quite think it through. But when you're innocent, you don't really, you don't really put us. You don't really. You're being innocent. You're not really thinking things out that way. So what may seem innocent from one side of things can be construed as racist or from another angle from another person. It's just the best thing to do. Think about it before you put it out on social media. Once it's out there, you give people the wrong impression. Is Kovalev racist then because he did the same thing as saying Kovalev's a different situation altogether because Kovalev has said a few things before, even on live television. So Kovalev's a different kettle of fish. He has brown mates to Stevenson. I think Kovalev is. I think there may be something with Kovalev. The fact White pulled that race card, it's you know, it's how you perceive it at the end of the day. If White was offended by it, and he felt that it wasn't a joke by Brown, he felt it was a racist thing, and he was led to believe that. Then who am I to tell White it wasn't racist? So I don't know. It's just I don't know. It's like somebody's got a broken leg. You may say, "Oh, you're right, mate. You're okay." The person's got the broken legs feeling the pain. So I don't know. You could understand why White would consider it racist. You can understand it, but I don't know. Chamberlain or Coley? If Chamberlain can find a way to negotiate the punching power of Coley and get on the inside, it'll be interesting. Um, Thoughts on stop and search possibly being reintroduced? As long as it's not abused, then who knows? Martial law. Every white, every fight White has, he wants to bring it to people's doors, front doors. Brown is going to lay some bombs on White's chin and put him out. Brown can punch. I've said it before. I'll say it again. You can say what you want about Lucas Brown. He's got slow feet. He's fat. He's a doorman. Say what you like. There's two things Lucas Brown can do. He can punch, and he can get off the deck and win a fight. Dillian White hasn't proven he can get off the deck and win a fight yet. When he gets, so that's one thing he'll have to do. So White knows he can't sell tickets, but how can Eddie sit there and not step in when Joshua did the same? Lucas Brown is undoubtedly the biggest puncher White has faced since AJ. That's my point. And I don't like White's defense. I don't like White's defense. When he see, and the other thing I'm not too sure about is, what is Dillian White? Is he a puncher? Is he a boxer? Is he a slugger? What is Dillian White's style? That's another thing that I'm not sure about. What is his style? Is he a puncher? Is he a boxer? Is he a puncher boxer? Or what is Dillian White's style? I think he's cool. I prefer Dillian White pre Joshua, in the sense that he was more raw, and he was punching and knocking guys over. This Dillian White, yes, he's fitter, but I think he injured himself, did more damage to himself when he fought Joshua unfit. And I don't want to see him get clipped the way he was getting clipped by Chisora, because I can assure you that Brown hits harder than Chisora. White can sell tickets, like him or not. White will use anything against you. You're the one of them people. Look at AJ build-up. He was digging up his drug dealer's rest. Did the same to Chisora about his missus and his dog. White loads up too much. Tibbs has him boxing on a jab. It simply isn't his style, and it isn't his style. Tibbs is saying he's going to bust him up with a jab. Tibbs, I'm not convinced in that partnership at all, personally. Again, nothing against Tibbs. I think I don't think every trainer can train every fighter. I think certain trainers are made for certain fighters, and certain trainers need to say, you know what, it's not working, time to move on. I'd say that Tibbs has tidied up Dillian White, yes, but is tidying him up, taking away from that rawness is what Dillian White is. That's my concern. I would like to see Dillian White, the same Dillian White that fought Joshua, in shape, how he would be fighting today. He was a much more exciting fighter. Just a personal opinion. Tibbs can't string a sentence together. Banks can teach White more than Tibbs. Polishing a turn says, guys are quite harsh there. I think it's a good fight. It's a very good fight. That press conference today was embarrassing. Wow. Wilder will eat White. Well, I like to see Lucas Brown versus Wilder. Actually, I'd like to see that fight. I'd also like to see Derek Chisora versus Lucas Brown as well. And more than any fight, I'd like to see Lucas Brown versus Tony Bellew. That would have been a good fight. Agreed. Tibbs is tidying him up too much and taking his aggressive out of him. I agree. So when you fight that style, then you decide to go back to your aggressive style. You're not sure what to do because you're so used to being on the jab and boxing. Now, when you go back to that brawling style, it ain't working for you. You're getting clipped with big shots. And that's what I think is going to be a problem. When White decides to open up, that's why I think Lucas are clipping. Fury would play with Brown. That's another subject I want to talk about. Tyson Fury. I thought about it. I do want to do a video on it. Would the Tyson Fury that beat Klitschko beat with that style? Would he beat all the top heavyweights in the world? If White gets smothered and his back touches the ropes, he's in big trouble. Brown has a brutal clubbing right hand. He does. Do you think White could beat Shagayev the way Brown did? Who am I picking, White or Brown? I have to say, Dillian White has been workmanlike. Nothing more than that. Lucas Brown is still unbeaten. And the heavier puncher has got off the deck to win, former world champion. Brown's been inactive. White's been active. Neither of them are defensively sound. Tough one. Tough one. I'm leaning towards Brown. Leaning towards Brown. Is Mick Hennessy that is soon Tyson Fury? I don't know. White can cut off Ring versus Hellenius or find gaps in his defense. White is a far bigger puncher and has more volume than Hellenius, and White, while he's older than Chisora, has more power and fresher. Yes, so I'm going with Brown. Dillian fights that German, ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna go with Lucas Brown. I am. Yeah. I'm going with White. He's younger and fresher and throws punches. He's gonna be too busy for Brown, but it's a close fight. Would like to see Wilder versus anyone above those 39 superstars he's bagged. You've got Lewis Ortiz, haven't you? Whatever's awful. It's that right hand of White's that I think it's a right hand or left hook. One of them punches is always missing with all the time. Yeah. Right. I think I'm about coming to the end of this talk. Thank you all so much once again. As I always say, don't forget to rate, subscribe, and leave your comments. And also check us out on Facebook, BWTM Sports Channel, and BWTM Sports Channel Group. Check out those other interviews on IQ Boxing Academy. There's lots more to come from that. And that's it for me. I hope you've enjoyed the show, and I'll be back. Spence versus Peterson this weekend. Good fight. I like Spence, but is it too soon to be calling him pound for pound? That's the question there I ask. Peterson, I like him, but it's which Lamont Peterson are we going to see? Are we going to see the Lamont Peterson that got blown away by Lucas Matisse? Or are we going to see the Lamont Peterson, the resurgence of Lamont Peterson, who has fought well against, who I thought beat Danny Garcia and has looked pretty impressive? Which Lamont Peterson will we see? And I think Lamont Peterson is a far better boxer than Kell Brook. Kell Brook's physically bigger and stronger, but I think Peterson, for me, I love Peterson as a boxer. I think he's got all the tools. He can box, he can punch, he can slug, he's experienced, he can box on the inside, he can box on the outside. Can also be knocked out, but Garcia didn't do it. So I like Peterson. I think he's a very good boxer, and I expect him to give a tough fight to Spence. But then body shots there. Am I commentating on Spence fight? Absolutely. How can I not? How can I not commentate on that fight? I've got to. Right. This is BWTN Sports. I'm out of here. Spence to win on points. Possibly. But if Peterson calls the upset, I wouldn't be surprised because I like Peterson. I think he's a good boxer. But he's got a difficult task in his hands. And if he blows Peterson away, that will be very impressive by Spence. Yeah, that's a great fight in the UFC, by the way. Right, I'm out of here. Thanks again for watching. Support the other fighters, the up-and-coming fighters. Take care.